See, Jesus was to lead them where he'd finished what he'd come to do. He'd introduce them to, if you like, the true understanding of God. Heavenly Dad. To know him as Heavenly Dad. And once they knew that, they didn't need Jesus. They were where they're supposed to be eternally. So I go to him that sent me. But if I go, I shall come again to receive you to myself. And that happens when you leave this world, doesn't it? Near-death experience people, or those especially that personify God as Jesus, see Jesus. Those that don't see God as God. Those that don't believe in God just feel the all-pervading presence of love and peace and joy, overwhelming perfectness, you see, completeness of being. You need to know God for life eternal. And once you know him, well, you don't need to be here either, but you are still here, so in that sense you're still sent. It's not that you go out into the world comes to you. And you are, well, a portal to heaven. And in a sense, simplistically, you just tell them, well, God is your Heavenly Dad, loves you. Present this as a conception, an imagination for them. And if they're taken with it, that means they have ears to hear. And if they're not, well, they need to stay here longer. Not to experience heaven here. No. To experience the contrast of good and evil. That they come to know truly the good and set aside the evil, of course. From their being. You could say from their thoughts, from their preoccupation, from their very self. That they be, if you like, purified, yes. Ready for heaven, sanctified. Sanctified how? By the truth. What's the truth? Oh, the simple, extremely fundamental, simple, basic truth. The rock on which we stand. That God is our heavenly, lovely, loving, wonderful Dad. And that is just everything. Not just to us, but to all. Love you, Dad. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. So, to leave is to leave the Holy Spirit to replace him that was sent. The Holy Spirit doesn't speak of himself, speaks only of God, and brings to your mind that which was sent, of course, in relation to God. And what is that Spirit? It's all that's implied by knowing in your heart that God is your Heavenly Dad. And that teaches you all things. All that's consistent with this springs to mind, as and when needed. Always. Speaks only of him, you see. Your whole being is now focused on the fact that God is your Heavenly Dad. You are in life eternal, for this is life eternal, to know him And you do. He's your dad. Our dad. All of us. Wow. Love your dad.